what is going on with you guys out there in YouTube world? So I'm on a rescue mission today, picking up 2 units. I got a pinball and an upright arcade, video arcade. The pinball I got, guys, is Getaway, and or the Getaway. Now, that's a Steve Ritchie arcade or pinball game, and he designed it based off of his actual experience in a DUI type situation. It's a fun game, guys. It's a great game. Good multi-ball game. Got nice ramps to it. It's a spectacular game. If you haven't played it, don't remember it, you would enjoy it. But so I got that, and I got a pretty good deal on it. The seller had it about 10 years. He said he hadn't played it in over 2. And so he recently had a tech come out and take a look at it and go through the machine before he would sell it. I think the tech was hoping that he would sell it to him, because the tech gave him a very low price on what it was worth. I picked up this pinball machine for $2,800. It's probably a $4,000 to $5,000 machine, and it was just serviced. So, you know, it's got I don't know exactly what the tech did. He didn't change out rubbers. I think he should have. I think he was trying to save the guy a little money, maybe. He did put in a coin cell battery. Other than that, I really can't tell you for sure what the tech did. Nothing looked new other than that. He said he charged him $100 to show up, and then $100 an hour, and it was like $250. So I don't know. That's a lot of money to put in a coin cell battery, and a lot of time. But maybe. The machine is in pretty decent shape. It's player condition, I would say. It's definitely not a showpiece or a museum piece. But the playfield looks great. The toys look great. The lights all work. Everything in it. The solenoids all seem to work. Fired off. So I'm happy. Then and it was about a 3-hour drive. It's down in the Kansas City, Missouri area. Then the second one I picked up was also down there, and it's a maximum force. Now, it's just maximum force. It doesn't have the area 51, but that's an easy change. Basically, it's just removing the hard drive and installing a flash card. And I may or may not do that. The listing said it had a bad monitor. When I picked it up, the guy had it outside already. I only gave $200 for it. I didn't care about plugging it in. I figure it's broke. For $200 and it broke, it's $200. I'm just going to put it on a trailer and I'll figure it out at home. But I'm talking to the guy, and he said that you could see the picture, but you couldn't see what was going on in it. It was kind of weird the way he explained it. You couldn't see what was going on in it or in the background of it. I don't know. I'm going to get it home. I'll open it up and take a look at it. Maybe it just needs some adjusting. Who knows? That flyback, when you adjust those wrong, you'll make the screen dark. Maybe it just needs adjusting. It has 2 blue guns, and I believe that would have originally had a red gun and a blue gun, so at least one gun has been replaced at some point. The cabinet itself looks pretty good. Probably needs levelers. Looks like it might be a little chewed up at the bottom from being moved around. I never understand that, you know. But I think I've got a set of levelers at home. If not, I'll just order some. Yeah, it's the artwork's all in good shape. It's got some stickers on some of it that need to be cleaned off. Not on necessarily on the artwork, but like on the marquee and on the acrylic monitor protector or bezel. I think it's acrylic. Hell, it could be glass. I didn't look that close. Yeah, so that's what we got going on. And I'm on my way home. I've already picked them up. They're loaded. They're back there. You can't really see it, but they're loaded. They're back there. And I'm on my way home already. And I'm trying to get there as quickly as I can because, of course, it looks like it's gonna rain. It seems like anytime I go pick something up from that area anymore, it rains on me on the way home. Yeah, it sure looks like rain, especially off in that direction, and that's the direction we're going to be going here real soon. Yeah. Now, of course, I've got the games in a trailer, and it's an open top trailer. So if it does start raining, I've got a tarp in the back of the truck I can put on it and then shrink wrap the tarp. What a pain in the ass that's going to be. And then that maximum force, if it's sitting on the freaking floor of the trailer, that means it's going to be sitting in water because it doesn't have levelers. And then the pinball machine, it's sitting on its back side. It's folded up, and it's got a little bit of plastic on it, but not on the bottom where it's sitting. And you know, the back side of those, sometimes they have little bumper deals to keep it from bumping the wall or whatever. I don't know, but they're only about an inch or so. So yeah, it's probably going to wind up sitting in water. Hopefully we can beat the rain, or at least it's not bad. That is the goal. I'm a little over an hour from home. But man, the closer I get, the darker it's getting over there. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. If it rains. I think I just saw a bolt of lightning too. Crap. Well, see what happens. I really want to get this game home. I'm looking forward to playing the pinball. And it's starting to sprinkle on me. Oh man. Yeah. I'll be getting off the interstate in about 10 or so miles, and I'll take a look at things and get them wrapped up, or maybe I don't know, maybe I'll pull over and sit under a bridge for a while. I don't know, but I'm gonna get to driving here, and when I get home, we'll take a look at these games together. Well, it looks like we may have dodged the rain. Just a few sprinkles, so lucky today. Okay, we're getting close, guys, but I misspoke earlier when I told you that it was inspired by Steve Ritchie's DUI. And I wanted to correct that. It was actually the original High Speed, the first one, not the Getaway. Yeah, still fun story. So let's talk fuel. I didn't track it real close this time, guys. I put some in yesterday at like 359 at home, and then I filled up. Well, didn't quite fill up in Iowa today, but I put in more, and I didn't fill up because it was like I want to say it was like $4.15. It was expensive. And then I fueled again down in St. Joseph, Missouri, and I think that was $3.79. I've been running, looks like average mile per gallon is at 14.6. It's not horrible considering I'm pulling that trailer behind me, but I've got a smaller trailer than normal because I was just picking up the 2 units. Well, I was trying to actually get a third, but it just didn't work out, or even a 4th, but you know how that goes. Yeah, it just didn't work out. So I've got the smaller trailer, and they're lightweight, so that helps with the fuel cost. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. 14.6 miles. You know, you got what, 359, 415, and what did I say, 379? I'd say, yeah, it's about a $3.80 average, roughly, just, you know, ballparking it. So, yeah, a little expensive, but, you know, with the news today, maybe it'll come back down for a week. And maybe it won't. And maybe it will, and it'll go back up in a week. I don't know. But, you know, here's my take on it. You know, it's about 60 cents more than it probably should be. Now, when I'm driving a lot of miles like this, and I'm trying to save money so I can buy these games, yeah, it does add up. It does add up fast. But 60 cents a mile is not going to stop me. You know, $1 a mile, or a gallon, I mean. Sorry, I can say a mile. $1 a gallon, yeah, that's going to slow me down big time. You know, if we start hitting that $4 plus, yeah, that's going to slow us down big time. But yeah, right now I think I'm going forward. You know, but I've got projects. You know, we're working on I'm working on Beat the Clock. I'm waiting on boards to come back for that, and then it needs a good cleaning and new rubbers. I'm working on the Bullseye 301, and you know, I've got a board that's arriving today, a new rectifier board for that, so we're going to get that put in, and then hopefully that's going to fix most, if not all, my issues. I popped in the new what the hell do I want to call them, the scores, the scoreboards yesterday, and they work great. I was fiddling around with it, and you know, it's got some general illumination lighting issues. It didn't, like 70% of the board didn't want to light up, but 30% did. Well, now I got that 70% lit, but the 30% went out. So I'm beating my head against the wall, and I don't know, that could be something going on with that rectifier board. I'm thinking it is. Either that, or there's something going on with the connector and the wiring, which I'm really hoping it's not in the wiring, because I really don't want to have to chase down a brake. There's some areas of that wiring that have been hacked up a little bit. I can take a look at that, but yeah, I'm hoping it's just going to be a simple install that board and problem solved. And then we're working on Dr. Dude and trying to figure that one out. I need to sit down and do some reading, but I've learned a little bit of something. I've got to verify it before I say it. But I did learn something about that machine that I'm going to be sharing in an upcoming video, if I can verify it. And it's an interesting tidbit. I think I may know what the issue is with it. When I power it on, it wants to go into factory settings every time. We changed the battery. That should have, that should have resolved the issue. It did not. There was no really corrosion. There's no battery damage on the board or on the battery terminal pack. So I really don't think it's that. Something's keeping that 4.5 volt from getting where it needs to be on that MPU or CPU, whatever. And so we gotta figure that out. I did a little Google searching, and I really didn't find a lot of information, but I'm not sure I was really looking for the right thing, which that'll tie into, if I can verify it, I'm going to share something with you interesting on this. So, and then, in the garage, we've got project-wise, we've got the, what the hell's the name of that game? Thunder something. It's like Afterburner. It's made by Sega. It's slipping my mind. But we've got that, and it works. It plays. I need to open up the control panel and take a look at the rumble motor, because that's not working. I'd like to figure out a boot replacement, the rubber boot that goes around the flight stick. And maybe paint that thing and give it some new side art. I think it's a good looking cabinet. And then we've got the maximum force in the back here. I've got the high speed, but that's really not going to be much of a project. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to probably do some light cleaning on it. Like I said, it's pretty clean. I don't know. I don't think I need to strip it down and re-wax it, but I might, just to give it some shine. All the lights in it seem to work. It needs rubbers, I think. If that guy had owned it for 10 years and this service tech just came out and said it didn't need rubbers, it needs rubbers. I mean, that doesn't even remotely make sense to me. Those rubbers 10 years old, they are shot. Not from use, but just from degradation. And then I have one more pinball in the garage that we haven't talked about on the channel yet, because I just picked it up actually. It's Pinball. Got it off an old farm. Nice people. They bought it from a pinball place in Omaha. They were out in Iowa. They bought it from this place in Omaha, and they're reputable. They do good work. But that was years ago. And so I just need to go through that, take a look at it, get it cleaned up, and Pinball will be ready to go. It plays and everything seems to work. Needs some light bulbs. Hopefully that's all it is. And we don't have another power related issue to deal with. I'm learning you just never know. Yeah. So project wise, I think I've got plenty going on. I'm not trying to rush too much to get through the pinballs. One, because I'm unfamiliar with repairing them, and so I'm learning as I go, and I want to make sure I learn right and do things right. I don't want to screw things up and make them worse than they already are, and then wind up having to pay a fortune for somebody to come fix my screw up. I'm thinking in my head that these would be great projects during the winter, when I can't really get into the garage and do something. Plus, from what I've seen, winter months are much slower for available arcades. So, we won't be doing much pickups or rescues during the winter time. And so, yeah, basically, I can build up a supply of projects for the winter to get us through. Is kind of what I'm thinking. But who knows, I might get these pinballs nailed down pretty quick and be getting through them just as fast as I was the arcades for a while there. I had gotten that down we were doing a couple of refurbishes a week and busting them out pretty quick. Of course, I'm ordering stuff ahead of time or ahead of needing it for those, and because I can look at the machine and I know what I'm going to need, and I can get it ordered and then start the project 2 weeks later. Well, the pinball stuff, those parts are a little more expensive, especially when you start talking replacement boards and things. So, yeah, don't really want to just carry an inventory of those if not necessary. Anyways, we should be home, I don't know, it'll be like about 40 minutes, but for you guys, don't go anywhere because it's going to be just less than 4.5 milliseconds. Well, here it is. We've got the got them unloaded. Here's the maximum force, and it's time to see if we got a steal or a deal. Boy, the power supply is noisy, but that's okay. It's going to have to be replaced anyways. This is broken off, guys, and so if I'm careful I can kind of wedge it up in there, but that's not safe. I can't leave it like that. So we're going to be replacing that power supply, and and it just got quiet too. Maybe I can open it up and see if there's a way to repair it. Because those aren't really like a cheap power supply. It's got a Neotech board in it. It just got noisy again. I don't know a whole lot about Neotech, so I'm going to have to look into it before I start sticking my fingers in there to adjust things. I don't see anything that looks like a potentiometer. So, yeah, I'm going to have to educate myself on a Neotech. But, so he said that you couldn't see what was going on. Well, here, let me kill the light here so we can see, because I do have a picture. I'll close the door and kill this light. Now, this monitor is super dirty. Even the glass, guys, like, it's super dirty. But I've got a picture. It's just really fuzzy. Some of that is probably dirt. Some of it might be focus. And let's add some credits. We'll go mission 1. It's reading the gun. I think. There we go. Oh, bad guy. I mean, it's reading the gun. Let's see if we can get player 2 in here. Yeah, player 2's reading it. It's just really fuzzy. Really out of focus. And then it just went out. But I'm betting that cord just came loose is all. Yeah, that cord is an issue. So, yeah, I mean, it didn't look like we had a marquee lit up, so that'll have to be addressed. Definitely going to have to clean it. We'll see if we can make an adjustment to the focus, and we're going to repair that power supply. I'll take this off and give it a nice coat of paint, make it look good. I don't like the red button or yellow button. I don't like the blue gun, but for now I think we'll just leave it be. It is glass, so this will just scrape off, and then a little glue gun. Same with this up here. Looks like we got an old operator sticker underneath. Be interesting to see what that is. Always nice to see where these things have been, you know. But yeah, so let me turn the light back on here, guys. So yeah, I think, you know, we're going to be able to fix that power supply and blow some of that dust off, clean that up a little bit. And I think a good cleaning, repair that power supply or replace it. I might even have, yeah, it looks like I got a manual down there in the bottom. Somehow I'm going to have to fish that out. Side art, you know, I mean, it's got some spots that's chewed up. Not that bad. I think it does have levelers, but it might be missing one. So yeah, it's kind of wobbly. It's either missing one or we're definitely way out of level. Side art, again, you know, it's got some blemishes. It's scratched, but it looks pretty good. You know, I got pretty good sized scratch there, but that's not bad. The front is good. It's not faded. I hate these things. I absolutely hate these things, these security deals. And with something like this, I can't just Bondo and paint. So I don't know what I'll do with that. Maybe I can find something, I don't know, to fill the hole, and I don't know. Like a cap of some sort that'll sit flat. Coin door. Let's see if we can get that to clean off. There's some writing on there. That control deck is good. Other than that, I'd say I got a deal, guys. The overhead light just went out on me. I think I might have, I definitely got a deal. I might have gotten a steal. $200 for this. $200 for this. So I'm excited. I haven't gotten a really good deal in a long time. Well, I take that back. I get lots of good deals all the time, but a great deal always excites me, especially when it's a steal. Then we've got Getaway, guys. And I'm excited about this one too because I got a really good deal on this. I wouldn't say I got a steal because it was still a lot of money. But I got a really good deal on it. Unfortunately, I don't have a helper handy today. to help me get it downstairs, and so I'm not even going to undo it. See if I can get in on there. It's upside down. I saw, oh yeah, we got a label here. It says New Hampshire. So you ever played this game in New Hampshire, you may have played this one. That card is there, it's just fallen down. That was not missing earlier. But, yeah, I mean, you know, I got some Mylar down in the basement I could put on there by those buttons and cover all that up. And then, you know, it's got a few blemishes, you know, it's got some scratches here and there. Could almost just fix most of that with a permanent marker, though. The legs are kind of rough. Honestly, I'll probably try and clean them up with some of that metal polish from Pinball Life that I got. That stuff worked really good. I'll probably just try and clean them up. But yeah, I'm a happy man today, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell, you know, all that crap. You know, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and may you play until your fingers bleed. Well, just a little adjustment on the flyback. Got a nice bright picture that's in focus. Looks pretty good. I'm content. I just need to adjust it so it fills the screen correctly. I'm going to let it run a little bit, see if it holds the focus. If it doesn't hold the focus, that's a sign that the flyback needs to be replaced. And at that point, we might as well just have it capped as well. But a flyback is like $35 if I wanted to just do that, I think. Yeah, looks great. I'm going to say I got a hell of a deal. Still got to fix the power supply issue, and I'll get rid of the hard drive and put in a flash card, even if I don't do the Area 51 combo deal. So, all right. Hey, thanks again for watching, guys.